like it. Okay, so I'll say welcome everyone to Tea Across the Miles. I'm Lady Amy with Houses of Windsor, and this is Lady Nancy of Cup and Crown. Hello, Lady Nancy.
Good morning, Lady Amy. Amy's always so generous in giving me a title I don't have.
Yes, well, you
I
should
want
have it.
1 square foot plot of land in
That's
England or
right.
Scotland or somewhere. Did I
Yes,
hit that one right?
Scotland. Yeah.
Scotland.
Yeah,
Yes.
you could
Yes.
have it.
Yes. I apologize. I'm still prepping my tea.
Oh, that's
So
okay.
happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, happy St. Patrick's Day.
Just watched a movie that I love. I got my husband to watch it with me. It's a rom-com. Matthew Good.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Leap Year with Amy Adams. So this
Oh,
morning, the voice in my head has a little bit of an Irish brogue to it, you know.
that's awesome.
You name
Uh,
your luggage.
what?
Louis, what? Ah, it'll
What?
be fine. Throw it in the wash, it'll be grand.
That's good.
I love it,
What?
thank you.
What? Uh, did your husband like the movie? What
For
do you
as
think?
much as a alpha male can like a
That kind of
rom-com,
movie.
he was generous enough to watch it with me.
Oh,
But we were watching because we've been to Ireland, and we were watching it to see if we recognized
all
scenes.
right.
So, they're supposed to be. Oh, are we on? We are on. What
Yeah,
am I
we're on.
thinking? I'm sorry. I'm still looking because I haven't had my tea yet.
Yeah, you're okay. Oh, wait.
They say that they're in Dingle Island, Ireland, which was our favorite place for all of our travels around Ireland. It is not at all Dingle. That's not where they
Oh,
filmed it. Not at all. That's not where they filmed it. But we were happy and pleased to say, oh, but we do know where that is because we've been there too.
right.
So anyway, so pull out if you can see, let's see if we can get this, my beautiful,
Oh,
oh, with my
pretty.
tea bag in the front there. That's
Yeah,
lovely.
yeah.
This is
Oh,
my
that's so
grandmother's.
pretty.
This is one of the
Oh, I
ones that I
like that.
Royal Albert, classic, discontinued, can't find
Wow.
it anymore. So I love
That's
that.
awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
This is my most Irish thing I could find. It's a
It's
green.
beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful. And that's do you
This
know what
is,
flowers are on there?
yeah, they're lilies, right?
Are
Or
they?
lily of
Okay.
the valley or something. I don't
Okay,
know.
very good. Very good.
Maybe. Yeah, it doesn't say. Just bone china, Hammersley and Company, made in England.
I've heard of Hammersley. I think I've got
Okay.
one or two of those as well. So yeah, you and I were just talking just briefly. So you're drinking what kind of tea?
It is vanilla pear white.
Sounds
So
delicious. I know you
it
sent it
does.
to me and I've had it and it was really very, very nice.
It smells good.
Yeah.
And then you're of course wisely drinking Irish breakfast.
Irish breakfast, which is, I love this. So it is Assam and Kenyan blend. So Assam means it's Indian. So Indian and Kenyan. There is nothing Irish
Nice.
about this except for the green color and the name Thompson. Um, get that at World Market or you can get it on Amazon. It's just
It's
hands
so
down.
good.
It is
Okay.
so good. But I love Assam tea. There's a sweeter, more malty, stronger
Yeah.
flavor. It's definitely more caffeinated. It's on the strong side.
Are most Irish breakfast like primarily Assam? Do you happen to
That is a
know?
good
Is
question.
that I'm like, because I know that I
Possibly.
always just tell people that Irish breakfast is like stronger and bolder than English breakfast. And like, yeah, on mornings, if I was like working in the office, like that would be, if I was tired, that would be the one I would go for. It was like,
Yeah.
that's the most,
Yes.
yeah, pick me up.
Yes. I think Scottish tea as well.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. You want to
Yeah,
just skip everything else and just get the Assam. I mean,
right.
seriously. I think you can go to your Trader Joe's
Hmm.
unit or your Whole Foods and you can find Harney and Sons. No,
Oh, right.
Taylor's of Harrogate,
Taylor.
excuse me,
Yeah.
Taylor's of Harrogate, and you can find it. I just want to share this with you. This was something my mother,
Yeah.
if I can't, I hope I can.
Oh, wait. You
Back up.
disappeared. All of you disappeared.
The whole thing just disappeared. Okay, there's a little bit of it.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, can't do it when I got a background. But anyway, this lovely tea towel that my mother picked up, and it has
Oh, that's
sort of
nice.
an inaccurate um skyline of London. I say inaccurate because they have like Big Ben is like right next to other things that
Oh,
like
that's
right next to,
funny.
yeah. But anyway, I'm just still getting myself set up here. This
Yeah,
is an
that's
early
right.
call for Amy and me. We don't usually meet this
Sure
early in
is.
the morning.
I know. Yeah, so I'm working now more in the office, the bankruptcy office, and you still have, of course, Jackie's school schedule to work around or the bus
Yes, I
schedule.
do. Yes.
So, like by the time I'm home, that doesn't work for you. And it's like, well, all right, let's try morning. So thank you.
No, no, I'm glad to do it. We tried to do it last week. Last week I'd have had the house to myself, and now I have
Right.
somebody upstairs sleeping, and I have somebody back here in another room taking a meeting. So not alone.
Not alone.
Cheers. But that's okay. That's okay.
That's funny.
Mm. So we just
Yes.
real quick. So we talked about the green. So I have to tell you
Yes.
that the official for a little while there, the official color of St. Patrick was
Mhm.
blue.
Oh,
It was
okay.
blue. Um, and that was because they were being ruled by England at the
Hmm.
time.
Uh-huh.
And it was actually called, it's like a beautiful sky blue color, and it was called St. Patrick's Blue.
Oh.
Well, the more Ireland tried to pull away, they started asserting themselves as being green, and
Hmm.
St. Patrick was green. So they were trying to get away from the blue, the British blue
Sure.
imperial rule. So it was a little fact that I learned.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, yeah. So just letting people know that it used to be
It
blue,
used to be blue.
used to be
Okay.
blue, which doesn't make any sense when you go to Ireland and you have all that beautiful
I
lush
know.
green and everything.
But
So,
if you happen to be wearing blue today, though, and someone tries to pinch you, you should be like, actually, this
right?
was the original
It's
St.
the
Patrick's Day color?
it's part of Northern Ireland.
Northern Ireland. Oh, okay,
Northern
there you go. Yeah, exactly. That's great.
for those who don't understand, that is still under British rule. Go ahead.
Right.
So,
Yes.
and I also, just real quick, and I also have my
Yeah.
Irish soda bread, which is like one
Oh my
giant
goodness.
Irish scone with raisins.
That's
If
awesome.
you ever
Where
get it, like our grocery store sells it. I bet Publix
Oh, okay.
like this big, and it has a beautiful sweetness to it. And
I don't think we have. I've only ever seen Publix just has their version of scones that like are good, but they're not scones.
I know, right? Right? I
Yeah.
know. We our Giant, which is like your Publix, our Giant has Irish soda bread, and they have hot cross buns, which are, I guess,
Oh
an
my
Irish thing
gosh.
too. So,
Okay. Well, that's cool.
hmm.
Is that only though around St. Patrick's Day?
Correct.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
So I'd have to double check. I'm trying to
Yes.
turn my light on. It's gloomy outside. It's yeah, we have I told you it's cold here. It's 43. What temperature are you dealing with?
I think we're at 30 something. So we've had the most freakish weather this last week. It's 31, but it feels like 24.
Oh my
Now
gosh.
let me tell you, a week ago today, it got up to 84 degrees.
Hmm.
Then on Wednesday, it got to 87. There was not a cloud in the sky. It was like an early summer day for us.
Yeah.
I had gone out and taken a walk. I was in shorts, I was in a tank top. I was sweating. It was so warm. And the next day, we had snow. It was, I mean, we woke up to it was like 53 and it just plummeted from there. And by noon, big chunks of snow, had 2 inches of snow on the ground. Now it didn't stick because it had been
Because
so
it's too
warm for
warm.
2 days.
Yeah.
And we were all sitting as I was subbing that day, and we're all just like, I'm like looking in the sky, and somebody says, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm waiting for frogs and locusts to come." It's just so bizarre. And then yesterday, I know you guys got weather, which is what brought this cold snap.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
we were supposed to have they can't not canceled. They let schools out 3 hours early. Businesses closed early because we were told that a band of severe weather, including
Yep.
tornadoes, was coming, and that
Right.
everyone needed to, hunker in place.
Yeah.
And I think we had a total of 15 minutes of rain, and it wasn't even consecutive. It was like 5 minutes here, a couple minutes there, whatever. It would come and
Oh my
go.
gosh.
So thank God I'm not complaining. I'm really not
Sure,
complaining
sure.
because it could have been so much worse. And I read something about how this condition changed and this did this, and they had
Right,
some big
right.
scientific name and an acronym for it, whatever. So anyway, so cheers. We didn't get the tornado.
Cheers.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've
So
had crazy storms started Sunday and it was very I think I heard hail in my part of town.
all right.
In Eddie's part of town, they had tornado warnings. And then yesterday it was more of that. But it was still like warm-ish yesterday and Sunday.
Mhm.
And then yeah, last night it just like the cold just blew in. The clouds were moving crazy fast yesterday. I
Right?
did notice, yeah. Like driving to
Mhm.
work and stuff. It was like these cloud like it's looking crazy out. But my mom, they're experiencing similar stuff in Indiana to you because they had like 80s, right? And then they had snow yesterday and it was too
They
cold
had snow
or it was too warm to
yesterday.
stick. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they were in that band of, you're right. Okay.
So she said, well, and then this was, let's see, Monday. Yeah, okay, yeah. So this is for Monday, but my uh, sister-in-law Candace sent me like a snippet of the hourly forecast, and it was like at 1 a.m. it was gonna be 60 degrees and like start raining, and then it like goes down, and then by 9 a.m. it was gonna be 32 degrees and like start snowing or whatever, like crazy wind and whatnot. But
Mhm.
yeah, I was like, that sounds fun. Like, but I don't know actually what we have. Now I'm looking, I'm like, I don't know what we have coming out of this today. Okay, so tomorrow it's still chilly. Our low is 43, high 67. I know you love hearing that. And the rest of the week, our lows are in the 50s into the weekend.
Mhm.
But on Saturday and Sunday, we are supposed to get up to 80 and 83, and it's sunny. So the 51-degree low is probably like in the middle of the night for an hour.
Right, right. Oh my gosh. It's just it's bizarre
Yeah,
what's coming. Yeah.
yeah. Um,
Mm.
but so I have well, I know you're going to talk a little bit of tea business. I also
Yeah.
do actually have royal notes today.
Yeah, I
And
had some things I was going to bring up too.
oh,
So we're
okay,
good. Yeah,
good.
absolutely. Just enjoy catching up with you no matter
I
what.
know, I know.
Excuse
So
me.
my tea parties. Okay, so I have one that was booked a little while ago that's at the end of this month. And
Hmm.
that one's for a baby shower of like 15 people. And then I
I
have,
think 15 is the perfect size.
yeah,
I
it's
love
great.
15. Hmm.
Yes. But then I have new people that found me because of a wedding venue that had like gone to one of my kind of like promotional tea things that I did
Hmm.
in
Hmm.
the last year. And they had a client say something about doing a tea party there. And but it was like kind of like, how do we do it? It's a nonprofit.
Okay.
They want to do it as a fundraiser. And so the lady is like, the venue person is like, oh my gosh, I went to one like last June that was so like, I know exactly who it is, like,
Mm.
so she like, but she couldn't remember my information, so she like called the venue that we did it at, Dr. Phillips' house, and because she knows her, it was like, hey, who was it that did that? And so
Mm.
she tracked me down, which was very nice, and very nice to hear that
Yes, it is. Hmm.
seeds I planted in June last year.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, but so this is a nonprofit organization doing a fundraiser that they want to do a tea party for 100 people. Um, and so they started out by having the venue sort of reach out to me and kind of figure out some things, and then now we're like all on it together. They're super organized. I will say I love the both of them, but the organization's called Talbot House. But Talbot House is very organized, and like she's scheduled, and she's like, can we have a call, basically wanted to have a video call right away to like iron out the details. This tea party is going to be on April 24th, and she was like, we need it hammered down now. So she had this nice outline,
That's a Friday, right?
went through,
Friday.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
Friday. Yeah, so um I'm bringing, of course, all of my beautiful dishes and whatnot, and myself and my tea and sugar and milk, and the stands for them to put the food on.
Hmm. Hmm.
They're doing, yeah, the venue's chef is doing all the food and everything. And there will be volunteers and venue staff that will be there to help serve it, because I said, I think what we're going to do, so there's going to be tables of 10 people. So I said, well, they can't all share one stand of
Right.
stuff. So it was like, so we're going to do two stands in the middle, right? And it's sort of like each half has their own
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Hmm.
But then I figure we also basically need 4 teapots per table, so that each half has two,
And I'm sorry, and
and
how many tables are there? How many tables do you have?
10 tables of
10
10.
tables. Okay.
Yeah. So, yes. So, I told him, I was like, what I'll probably need help with the most is once I'm getting the tea brewed, is like getting the pots out to tables.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's, yeah. So that's, so like, yeah, there'll be plenty of people around to help. I was like, all right, okay, great. Uh, yeah. So once I get the deposit, I do have to increase some of my inventory for that because I'm gonna do
Ask.
like, yeah, like sugars and creamers, some cups. My mom, of course, was like, "You don't have 100 teacups," and I was like, "Well, I do, but probably like 25 of them are ones that are just for me. I don't use
Right.
them."
Right. That I don't take with me. No,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. So that's why I was like, that's why I probably have like 80 that I
Mm-hmm.
do
Mm-hmm.
use.
Right.
So I don't need a ton more. But I do gotta find some more teapots and things like that. So, um, which honestly, I'm kind of looking forward to having to go source that stuff out because I haven't been able to go
I
shop for that in a while.
that and that's fun stuff. I hate to say it, but it
I
is.
know
It's
it's
part of the
fun
fun.
stuff.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
have an excuse to buy more things.
exactly. Yes. So that's going well. And then there's some other people that are talking about birthday parties and different things, grown-up birthday parties, looking at like June, July, maybe.
Hmm.
Originally she was looking at May, and then she was like, "Oh my God, for what I want to do," she's like, "This isn't enough time for me to plan it." She's like, "I'm so sorry. Can we do like June or July?" I was like, "Yeah, that's fine." Like, so, but anyway, so I got some things on the books. How are things going with you in the tea world?
They're fine, but I have a couple questions
Yeah.
or offerings. Obviously, your home goods, your home scents,
Yes.
teapots,
Oh, right. Yes.
twelve
Teapots.
ninety nine a piece.
Okay. Yeah.
Not too bad.
Yes. Absolutely.
Online, you can get. I mean, I don't know how you are for your salad side plates or the plates
I
that you
do need to
use.
get some more of those. Yeah.
So BTAT is
I've
one
okay. I've heard of
Grace
that.
teaware you might be able to find. So like I found these darling. They're the BTAT had they Royal Albert
Yeah.
knockoff is
Yeah.
what they
Sure.
are. So but it was a set of eight, and I think I paid like 35, so we're doing 35, 40 for eight. So it's
Mm,
not too bad.
sure. Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
too bad. Salvation Army Goodwill stores,
Mm-hmm.
you can find things like that for two
Yeah.
and $3 a plate, which
Yes.
is highly recommended.
Right. And
Um,
usually antique malls, I know that like not the ones that are like I've noticed a difference between like antique stores where it's like there's the ones where everything's like put in its place very carefully and everything is marked up. And then there's the
right.
antique malls where it's like, hey, here's this whole set of stuff. Like,
Yes. Yes.
someone please buy it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you have the people that are it's more flea market than it is
Yes.
antique.
Yes.
And then
Hmm.
you have antique dealers who know their stuff and
Right.
that's where the upcharge is gonna come from.
Right.
But if I see some things, I will shoot them to you.
Okay. Thank you.
Any good bargains and things
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that. This is again where I wish if I were closer, I'd
I
be like,
know.
here's 60, you got
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
80,
Yeah.
whatever you need. Which is
Yes.
unfortunate. And the teapots that I could lend you
Combined
too.
forces. Yeah. Right. Right. And
Yes.
sugars and creamers, all of it.
Well, okay, so there's another one. So I've gotten the creamer sugars and there's one and I can send you the link
Yeah.
and you can get them in white, pink, lavender, aqua blue,
Mm,
yellow.
okay.
I don't think they were terribly expensive. They come with a little spoon if you need the
Hmm.
spoon. But um if you're really careful with them,
Uh-huh.
you can return them to Amazon after you use them. And
That's hilarious. I know. It's okay because I will say um this one did not like make it past the like initial estimate phase. But I after I had this like one for 100 people talking to
Hmm.
me, I then got a request, an inquiry about something for 125 people. And that person, and that was kind of neat too, because it was basically another thing where it was like vendor was reaching out on behalf of their client who wanted a tea party, right? So it's not even like the client's talking directly to me. So I gave it to her, and then,
Right.
then they were like, okay, well, it's not in their budget, so I'm really sorry. But I was like, no, thanks for remembering me. Like she remembered me from some networking thing. So I was like,
It's
all right,
great.
great.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So
yeah.
I just
Awesome.
figure I might as well have the inventory since it seems like maybe large tea parties are going to be
Yes.
a
Yeah, yeah,
thing.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get those for bridal showers, even like not wedding receptions necessarily, but that size and that scale. So
Right.
yeah, it would be
Right.
great if you have that stuff and because you already have some, you're doing this incrementally. It's not like suddenly you got to plop
Correct.
down, a couple $1,000s to cover
Right.
the expenses.
Right.
So I applaud you because I find large sizes quite intimidating. When I did the tea party at the museum, the last one was 30
Sure.
people, and I just couldn't get the tea
Oh no,
out
you can't.
fast
Yeah,
enough.
yeah.
And relying on two people in the back who are not necessarily um, as particular as you and
Sure.
I are. And we have to be because that is our reputation.
Yeah,
If the
yeah,
tea
right. That's
stinks, if
part of the experience. Yeah,
absolutely,
yeah.
if the tea is cold, if it's been oversteeped or understeeped, it's not good. That's your
Hmm.
reputation. Um, it's not, I try not to just be the person who, comes with the pretty stuff. I'm
Sure,
trying
sure.
to sell you on a good cup of tea too.
Right, right.
So, anyway, yeah, I find it intimidating. So, but I'm glad that you have the extra staff and the support because you're going to have that. You
Yes.
cannot serve 100 people by yourself. You are not
Absolutely.
a one-man band.
Right, right.
So,
Yes. And
mm,
yeah, because if it wasn't, if they didn't have the staff, then it's like, well, now I've got to charge because I have to find the staff, right? So
yes,
it's like it's very
yes,
nice that they already have, especially the venue staff is experienced with serving like large numbers, usually like plated dinners and whatnot. So
right, right.
there, yeah. But so if you want to switch to royal stuff, I have,
I'd like to tell you a couple things about my
please,
tea
yeah.
stuff. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
just
yeah,
real
yeah.
quick.
Sorry, go ahead.
No,
Yeah.
no, no, you're fine, you're fine. So I had a bridal shower. This is the one that she contracted me like 8 months ago for.
Oh yeah.
And I found a caterer. Turns out she's like 10 minutes. She lives 10 minutes from me, and her business is called Tea Time Delicacies.
Oh my gosh.
And she makes sandwiches and she puts things out, and she does it in a buffet style. She doesn't do the cake stands. She doesn't have the pretty teacups or anything like that.
Right.
She just brings, is somebody who she won't do parties for less than 30 people.
Okay, gotcha.
So she doesn't have a lot of the pretty stuff. So she and I paired together quite well.
Nice.
Um, and so here in Northern Virginia, one of the wealthiest areas is an area called McLean because it's just outside of DC. This is where a lot of your politicians, your socialites, they live up in
Hmm.
that area. Um, so I go and I had met this woman. She came to one. I've been inviting her, the woman who is hosting this. I invited her to one of the museum teas that I do, and she and her mother came. She's great. Um, so anyway, so I drive out there that morning. Takes about half an hour to get there, and wow, the house, wow. And she's got artwork and things like that. And I don't mean like a painting, like she's
Sure,
got
sure.
sculpture, she's got it, but this is a $3.5 million house. We looked it up. Jose's like, I gotta find out, look on Zillow.
Right, right, right.
Um, she was so kind. When I walked in the door and the
Hmm.
caterer had just arrived before I did and was setting up, she comes and hands us each an envelope and she said, this is for you. And she said, there's extra in there because you ladies are not charging enough. Well, that's easy for somebody at McLean to say.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But she says, you're not charging enough. She says, and it was supposed to be 30 people and it ended up being 17.
Oh,
So the
okay.
caterer still charges for 30.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right, right.
For me, if I need a final guest count a week before, and
Same.
she's responsible for anything for up to that amount, for that
Yeah, yeah,
amount,
yeah.
even if somebody drops out at the last minute.
Correct.
Um, but she said, this ends up being smaller. And I said, I know, but it's also less work for me. I'm not hauling as much china back and forth
Yeah,
after
yeah.
washing. And she said, still, she says, you ladies, you need to be charging more. And I'm like, yeah, you need to tell your friends,
Yeah, yeah.
and say that. And she paid in cash, and she paid me $260 above what she was supposed to.
That's amazing.
It was
That's
so
awesome.
nice. It
That's so
was
nice.
awesome. And so the caterer comes over to me and she goes, did you open your envelope? And I said, only a little bit. And she goes, this is the clientele we need. They're willing to pay the money without squabbling for price. They pay cash,
Yeah.
and she says they need to tell friends. So we do the party. This woman also bought her own cake stands.
Oh, okay.
She did,
Yeah.
they're flimsy little plastic. They were cute,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
for
yeah.
one-time use, and she's apparently got the money to do, disposable
Sure.
things. So she had this. Those are the hardest things to haul back and forth, are those cake stands.
Sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Got to put them together, whatever. So didn't have to take any of that. And as I'm clearing up and bringing things over, as I typically do, I take everything home dirty and wash them.
Sure.
Well, Ruth, the caterer, is over at the sink and she's washing everything as
That's
I'm
so
bringing it to
nice.
the counter. I took everything home clean
Isn't that
without putting it,
amazing? Because
and
that happened to me in
I didn't have to
January.
wash it.
I know. Yeah, and you didn't even have to
Like,
wash it. Yeah,
I
that's
felt like I should
amazing.
pull into that cash envelope and go, I owe you something. So, it was
That's
such an
awesome.
easy job. It was very nice to do. Would love to do more like that. That was
Yeah.
great. In the meantime, I am closing down my BPOL, which is the personal, I always forget what it stands for. You'd think I would know this, but
I
anyway,
don't. Yeah.
I'm still going to pick and choose. I can cherry pick the jobs that I want. So here I am, still in the throes of getting the paperwork to the county. And my neighbor Lil, for whom I've done a couple of teas, says, I've given your name and phone number to a friend of mine. She was one of my guests.
Hmm.
Well, this woman, her name's Katie. She works down at what's called the Lamb Center, and it's a charitable center where they give food
Hmm.
directly to people in need, food and clothing. And she said, so my boss wants to do something to show appreciation. She said, by chance, we are an all women's group, and it is Women's History Month. So, and I said, well, that's great. She said, but you do a game, don't you? I said, I don't just do a game. I actually do a presentation about how tea helped women earn the right to vote.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that'd be great. 15 people. Then I said that is a wonderful
Perfect.
number. But I did ask her, I said, because I'm closing down, and not going to be advertising, I said, if you could pay cash, that would be great. Well,
Yeah.
now she's having me fill out a W-9. So I called my financial business advisor. I said, what do you think about that? And she goes, you're not supposed to have to do that if it's under $600.
Yeah.
She says, because you're going to get double whammied on taxes now.
Right. Right.
And so I have to call her back today and say, hey, we need to have a conversation because I'm still happy to provide you an invoice. I know I
Right.
told you I'd fill out this form, but um, it really isn't necessary for even you to do that,
Right.
to file this if it's under $600.
Right.
So I need to adjust my price somewhere.
Hmm.
Um, I was going to go and do some of the treats, and by then, like, I will do that for you. And I'm either going to tell her I need you to go ahead and get that stuff, or I'm going to have to raise my price because
Right.
I'm not making as much on this as I thought I was going to be able to make.
Right. Right. Right.
Also the very day before we go on vacation
Oh
when I should be
gosh.
home packing and things
Right.
like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
But
Think about
anyway,
that.
so yeah, so I mean, I get hits here and there still. Um, but as you and I have had conversations offline about the demands of family and other things going on
Hmm.
here, um, I'm not up for adding additional stress
Right.
to my life. I'm
Right.
trying to reduce it.
Correct.
So anyway, so that would be next Wednesday. Is it next Wednesday? Yeah, I think it's
What,
next Wednesday.
that tea
So
party?
Yeah, so I've got to get Scoot and I got to start packing. I'm already sitting here going, oh my gosh, I need to do laundry. I got to get the
Yeah,
suitcase
yeah,
up.
right. Oh my gosh,
Starting to
where?
panic already. So I
Yeah,
want what I wanted to do was reduce stress, and all I've done is just add more stress to my life.
because I forget where are you guys going? Is it everybody?
It's the four of us. We're heading down to
Okay,
Savannah to see my brother,
okay.
and then to Jacksonville to see my parents.
Oh, okay,
Time to go
gotcha.
see mom and dad because dad's not faring so well.
Mm-hmm.
As I mentioned, the dementia is, really starting to take center stage. So
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
So we're just gonna go down and visit them and hopefully enjoy warm weather. Get rid of that cold for me, will you? No
Yeah,
rain,
I'll
no rain.
try. I
Yeah.
know.
But yeah, that's I feel like there was something else and I can't think of it. But yeah, that's it as far as tea stuff goes for me.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you swoop right in with whatever headlines you have with the Royals.
So, yes. Okay, so I guess I want to know what so I feel like I have too much because Trevor and I started going through some of it on Friday and like literally
Hmm.
I had to leave a spot that was like we left off here. So I don't want to get like too well, I guess now that I'm looking like, oh, we almost made it to the end. Anyway, I'll say some of the main things, and then you tell me if it
I have
aligns with
anything
what you
different?
have.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the main things were let's see. Uh Harry, okay, so discussing business from the side of uh and management, we'll say management styles from the side of like Harry and Meghan versus Kate and William, and like
Mhm.
what Kate and William are trying to do over in the palace, and how they're trying to make it more like a corporate structure. So there's more accountability, more departments, and like not just like one private secretary that has to do everything kind of thing.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, and I told Trevor's like, that's how you get your Prince Andrews. Like they just have one private secretary that's telling them everything they
Yes,
want to hear.
right, right. Mm.
But, no, I mean there was more to it than that. But yes, but so uh that was the main thing, and like that someone came out with a book about a new book about William and Catherine, and it kind of goes
Oh,
into
well.
that stuff, but also
Oh, okay.
talks about the background of like the rivalry between Harry and William well before Meghan was on the scene. So it
Hmm.
was sort of like cracks were starting to appear anyway.
Well, Harry talks about that in his own book. All is
Yeah,
not rosy in the garden, before he met Megan
right.
to begin with. Um, I think there's and aren't Harry and Megan, here we go again, suing someone
Yeah.
for something that they've been, somebody's been or has written a book about them.
Oh gosh,
Um,
probably. I
yeah.
can't. Yeah, yeah.
And so they're, suing about that, and I could pull up the headline. Couple things that I had. I don't know if you saw that. Of course, it's not me. They had Commonwealth Day.
Yeah.
Um, Kate looks lovely. She does. I don't know every
I
time she
haven't
wears
seen
that
it.
triple strand of pearls,
Oh yeah.
I feel like it ages her 20 years.
Oh yeah.
She's in navy blue, beautiful. You'll notice that the whales is always color coordinate when they go out on the
Sure.
scene, always. Um, but
I'm gonna have to look
So
at the
there was
picture.
Commonwealth Day, and then the two of them went into Borough Market. I don't know if you
Oh.
saw things like that.
Uh-uh.
They
No.
they just appeared. So they went to someplace like a bar in Borough Market.
Oh
Kate
nice.
was wearing jeans and a nice blazer, but she had her hair pulled back in a ponytail and she had a baseball cap on.
Oh my gosh.
And she was serving, was it coffee? It was coffee. It wasn't a bar. It was, yes, she was serving coffee. And like she asked William, she said, do you want your, coffee? Do you want it black or something like
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
So if you can
That's
imagine,
funny.
you're just out on spring break and go to London and you're down at Borough Market and suddenly the Prince and Princess of Wales suddenly appear.
Right.
I
I'm
think they're
gonna
falling over flat.
okay, I'm gonna share the screen so we can
Please.
show what she looks like.
Absolutely.
Okay. You
Mhm.
see her? Did I share the right screen?
It says has started screen sharing. So
Oh,
okay,
okay, let
we're
me
we're
see.
waiting a moment. We're
Share.
looking at.
Share.
black. And why there, okay, so
Got it. Okay.
that's not this year.
That's not this year?
That is
Okay.
not this year.
Is it the same pearls?
No, because I love that strand. I love
Oh, okay.
the thing in the middle. Yeah, do 2026. You see the blue.
The blue. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. There we go.
Well, I do like the blue better than the red. That
Yes.
or maybe the hat too helps. But
hmm
but I see, yeah, like the pearls, it's sort of like it's fine, but I don't know. They could do something more exciting
I think she could.
with it.
Yeah. Some sapphires. Are there no but maybe
Right.
this is not the day that you do, real gems. Pearls
Oh,
are a
right.
little more understated kind of thing like
True.
that. I don't know. But she looks lovely.
Yeah, she
Obviously,
does.
extremely well tailored to
Yes.
her tall, svelte physique.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, then
Lovely.
there's William in a navy blue suit with a or dark gray, but with his blue
Right.
tie. So yeah, they
Yeah.
tend to color
Looking
coordinate.
nice.
Just
Let's
always
see.
optically pleasing.
Right. Okay, vintage pearl
Mhm.
necklace and Queen Elizabeth's earrings.
There you go.
Okay, there we go. Um,
And let me
yeah.
just say, if I had Queen Elizabeth's earrings and her pearl necklace, I don't care if it makes me look 150 years old when I'm
Right,
out and
right.
about.
You probably
I'm gonna
gonna
wear
wear
them.
it. Yeah, that's
I'm gonna
hilarious.
go, this from the Queen. But let me say too, when they were out at Borough Market
Yeah,
shaking hands, they stopped briefly to shake hands to some people as they were walking into the market, and you could hear a heckler in the background. Are you covering for Andrew? William, are you covering for Andrew? Over and over and over again. While Kate stops and takes, a selfie with some people and stuff. So
right,
yeah, that's just gonna haunt them and not go away. It's just
right.
not gonna go away.
Well, it's not, but it's like, yeah, William, what is William covering up for Andrew? Like, he's not doing anything. And now everybody's like on board with the police investigating him, right? Like
Exactly.
they let him arrest him. So like whatever. But and what in the Royal Report recently, Jack Royston was pointing out that like both Harry and William have made it known that like they've never liked their Uncle Andrew.
Correct.
They
Correct.
like said he's been like an ignoramus from like the beginning, like he's just obnoxious.
Yes.
Yeah, so uh yeah, so they don't like him in the first place.
Correct.
But
Yeah, they didn't like being
aside
around
from
him for
his
sure.
criminal activities and all of his lives.
Right.
But uh let's see. So this, I don't know if you know this. Did you know that Meghan Markle's As Ever has split from Netflix?
Yes, yes, I
Okay.
did hear that. But that was the way it was written by Netflix it sounded so amicable. It did not sound like it was we're slamming the door in your face. We don't like doing business with you.
Yeah, on Netflix's side. On
hmm
Megan's side, her comment was something of a sort of like, it was like, you know, it's like a mutual decision kind of thing, but she also like adds in of something about like she, now that she's not being held back by Netflix, she can do more with the As Ever brand or something or other. And like, just like, can you just not like take a dig at it, like, or blame or whatever you want to do? I
Right.
mean, and Jack Royce was just like, Netflix is a much bigger monster than you are, and they know what they're doing more than you do. So like,
Yeah.
you can't act like like maybe it was something like, even if they were holding you back in the sense that like you wanted to do different types of products, and they, since they were like invested in it and like had your show and whatnot, they didn't
hmm
want you to do certain things. But you don't have to say that, like,
Yeah, and if Netflix isn't going to cover you,
right,
where are you getting your coverage?
right,
Because you're not just going to be a retail giant selling
right.
wines and flower petals in the background.
I
You
know,
need that platform to be able to go out there, show the entertainment.
right,
She wants to be Martha Stewart. She wants to be in front of the camera. That's
right.
the thing.
Right. Well, she does part of the time. So they had so he had someone on the show who was discussing Megan's sort of, I don't know, basically we'll say brand or identity, where it's just kind of like, what are you? Like one week you're a fashion, like you're a big fashion
Right.
icon in
Yes.
Paris. The next
Yes.
week you're trying to be Martha Stewart. The
Yes.
next week you're doing this. Like we don't know. And they say how uh this person's perspective is that like with celebrities, he's like, we see them as in general as sort of like a fictional character, and we want to support them, but we want to see them grow, and we want to watch their journey and see them grow and like change or whatever. They're like, but if we don't know what you're doing, like we can't get behind you.
Mhm,
And so it's sort of
mhm.
like you got to stick to something. And they talked about how like she's just, they don't say half-ass, I'll say half-ass, but it's like she's only like halfway in on things that she's interested in. So they say like she's brought wine into it, and they're like, but does she talk about why she why she loves wine, what her interest is, how she get into it? And like they said, they gave the example of Kylie Minogue. That, do you know who she is? She's
Yes.
like, yeah, okay, yeah, this big time singer, or at
She's,
least
yeah,
especially in the UK, she's huge.
Madonna level in UK and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
huge.
And so she started a wine business, and I guess she sold like 25 million bottles or something. I don't know how long, but they said what she does is she's so passionate about it, and she brings bottles in a tote bag everywhere she goes. So at any restaurant she's at, she's basically giving them samples to try to get them to carry it in their store.
Right,
So
right.
she's constantly representing, and they gave examples of a couple other celebrities that do similar things with their stuff. And it's like, you know what their passion is. And it's like, but Megan, it's sort of like, well, this isn't what you care. Like, you're just sort of like trying things, but like not waiting long enough for it to stick either.
Right.
Um,
Can I give my 2 cents of
Please.
a low opinion about that? So
Mhm.
I feel like the main thing she wants to promote, and as ugly as you may disagree with this, but I feel like the main thing she wants to promote is Megan.
I knew you were going to say it. It's like, you're right.
And I am not a businesswoman, but I mean, I've heard enough and I've read enough and learned enough to know that if you have a product, you have to have a vision for that product.
Right.
You have to have a message and a mission, and and it has to be a clear,
Right.
it's a brand. You have to have you yourself have to have a clear understanding of what that brand is
Right.
in order to project that, to know what advertising to reject, what advertising to accept, what partnering to do that stays on brand.
Hmm.
And I feel like, yeah, like that, I feel she is scattered. If she just wants to be Martha Stewart in her own right, then I don't feel like giving up Netflix was it, unless she's got some other network that's going to do this. But I
Right.
go back to, I feel that her product is herself. She feels that she can bank on being Duchess.
Yes. Yeah. So yes, I do agree. And I told Trevor, I was like, as much as you know, I'm always trying to like
I know you are.
be
Nobody
fair with
is
them.
more fair than Lady Amy. Nobody is more impartial than Lady Amy.
I try so hard, but it's like,
Absolutely.
but Megan, it's like she does make it difficult. And like, I do agree that so I also think part of it is that it's like especially in this world, we'll say this current day of celebrity, she can't have it the way she wants it. So what she wants is she wants to have the public side of her, but she wants very much the private side of her life too. And she wants to keep things like, it's like, well, that's not the way things work anymore. Like you've got to, share your family. You've got to do all this stuff. You can't just show us every once in a while, like the back of your child's head, right? And like write some little post. It's very much of like, we don't know who you are. And like the person who was speaking about her, who had known her like a while ago, he was saying how like when she did the TIG, that like
Yes. Uh-huh.
lifestyle
Hmm.
website thing, she was involved in it. Like it was hers. You could see her personality, you could feel
Hmm.
it.
Hmm.
Like she hasn't brought her personality to anything. And Trevor actually pointed this out a while ago to me when we were checking out the As Ever website. He was like, where's a picture of Meghan? Like, this could be anybody's website. Like, this is so, like, if it's supposed to be because we think it's her, it's cool to her and she's the Duchess or whatever, like, then brand it with yourself, right? Like,
Right.
so yeah, just like marketing, everything is just, she's not fully in. And it's like she wants to be, mom or whatever and have her private life, but it's like, yeah, but you can't have it that way if you want it to be the other way too, right? Like you gotta kind of do either or. Or go back to being an actress and then keep your private life private.
Yes. Yeah. So I wonder if this brand confusion,
Mm-hmm.
if you will, this unclear statement of who she
Right.
is and what she's trying to do, is possibly the push and pull, if you will, between what she originally set out to do, being an actress, being famous,
Yeah.
becoming a duchess, and Harry not wanting, being raised on private and not wanting to put everything out there. I
Right.
think she's also burned by every time she puts something out there, hoping that the public is just going to fall over flat for her.
Sure.
The haters come out. And,
Right.
and and really, I mean, let's face it, in a vicious way, people they're just
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
she
Yeah.
is a
People are ready to
target. She is
pounce.
just a target of hate for
Absolutely.
people, and I don't know why it just got so ugly, but it did.
Right.
Um, so I think her brand confusion, and you're not seeing is because I wonder how much Harry is back there going, don't put that out there, don't do this,
Well,
don't do that. And also
you're
part of it
right.
being safeguarded because of the brutality of the press.
Yeah. Well, and
Um,
because I think you're right too, because it's like also like his PTSD related around his mom. So it's like let's say even if Meghan wants to be like all in and be like, yeah, like this is how it works. Like we have to share our family and we have to do this and that. He's probably like, yeah, but my mom did that too much and look what happened. So like
yes,
we have
yes,
to protect ourselves and our family.
right.
Which fine, but like then you're gonna have to do something else business wise. Like,
Yes, absolutely.
yeah.
And stop demanding that everybody announce you as Duchess every time you walk into the bathroom door.
So
So,
yeah, so that was something else that they reported on. So apparently certain sources or whatever, or so when Harry and Meghan were gonna get married, and they were told, like, once you're married, you'll become the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. And it's sort of like this is a normal thing, right? William and Kate became Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, whatever, you get your thing. The way that they reported it was that it wasn't like excitement on Meghan's side or anything. It was more like, oh, well, you don't have to tell me twice that now I've got power. I'm going to tell people what to do. So it was like, yeah, it was a weird reception of it, which makes me think, so like their management styles and whatnot. Meghan, of course, was the outsider and an American over in,
right.
trying to talk to British staff, but also I think she saw them as straight up staff, which Trevor and I were discussing. It was like, but it's not, even if they're going to run it more like a corporate structure, right? It's not, because they go, because really the royals are not your boss. I go, the royals are also employees. They're like your supervisors, but everybody is working for like the same reason or the same whatever institution. So yeah, so I was like, so you can't just treat them like I hired you, like I can tell you whatever to do. It's more like, no, we're sort of in this together, like
Yeah.
be nicer, right?
Yeah. You're a team.
Yeah, you're a
You're a
team. Yeah.
team, not just I'm up here and you are my stilts
Yes.
and you have to support me.
Right.
No, it's a cyclical thing. It's we
Right.
all have to do this together and support. Yeah, I
So
get
I
that.
think I think she obviously wasn't raised with that understanding. Uh, Harry was, so, but I think Harry's so blinded by love that like he can't tell what's going on. But like William and Catherine have like fostered this great environment for their staff and everything. And it is very much of a like, we're in this together kind of thing. Like
Right.
everybody helps support
Right.
each other and appreciative and whatnot. And I think that, yeah. And as we know, just from like turnover rates of Meghan's staff since, like even in the US, I think
Yes.
she's a difficult boss.
Hmm.
And she treated the palace staff too much as like she was a regular boss at a regular company
Yeah.
and was just,
Yeah.
yeah, an American about it.
Yes. Yes. And I'm sure in some people they were probably looking for it,
Sure.
you know, but yeah, no, I agree with that. So on them still, so it's
Hmm.
a book called, it's upcoming 2026 book called Betrayal
Mm,
by author Tom Bauer.
okay.
He's an investigative journalist and releasing a book called Betrayal, colon, Power, Deceit, and the Fight for the Future of the Royal Family,
Hmm.
with excerpts that were published in March. So that's why they started coming out. The
Okay.
detailed controversies surrounding, depending on which side of the pond
I
you're
love it.
on, controversies surrounding Harry and Meghan, including issues with the Invictus game. So here we are again, getting more bad press.
Hmm.
Um, have not sued the authors of the biography, like that one by Tom Bauer, as well as the Endgame by Omi Skomid that came out.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I said
Hmm.
that wrong. Omid
Oh,
Scobie.
Mid-Scobie. Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah.
Um, and so yeah, just and then of course Samantha Markle putting her things out, all kinds of stuff.
I know. But I
Um,
feel like her stuff it should at the very least be like no one should take it seriously. Like
right, absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely.
right.
Um, Okay, so then we have, if you're finished with Harry and Meghan, then
Well, oh, I
yes,
was
go
just to
ahead,
say
please.
one other thing I did sort of notice was like, okay, so Harry and Meghan, they are very fitting as a couple though, because I'm realizing like I think it's probably no surprise to people that like Meghan would be described as self-centered. Harry is also very self-centered because they point out that like so they went over to what Jordan and like
Yes,
yeah visited
yes.
refugees and
Hmm.
victims from both sides of the war,
Right.
which is great. But I guess in one of the interviews, the journalist started out by saying to Harry like, okay, so you asked us not to bring up your uncle Andrew because you didn't want it to distract from the important work here.
Hmm.
It's like, yeah, we said not to do it. You're bringing it up. It's like, but it's like, well, we're not asking you about it. We're just prefacing this. So, uh, Jack Royston's take on it though was like, it's not distracting from it. It's like you could easily just say you could say a quick thing about like, well, I think my father is handling like the king is handling it well. I think like I stand behind whatever they're doing kind of thing. And then you don't have to say anything necessarily about what you feel about your uncle.
Hmm.
But what he did point out was in the book Spare when he explains the talk of to Meghan where Meghan's like, you don't think they'll pull our security, will you? Do you? And he's like, oh, of course not. He's like, because my uncle, like Andrew, Prince Andrew, has been uh, accused of like, I forget where he said, but he said it like, accused of some different things. And he still has his security, so they won't take ours. And so Jack Royston points out that he's like, nowhere in any of his stuff when he brings up his uncle Andrew does it say like what the other royals do in their like things where they express their sympathies whatever for the victims, right?
Right.
they
True.
they try to make it mostly about the victims,
Hmm.
but in this, and he's like, it's not that he's saying that, yeah, Andrew deserves security. He's just saying, like, well, he sucks and he still gets security. Like, So
Yeah.
he's like, but it is so much, very much about me, right? So it's not about like, yeah, he was accused of some stuff, but like that's not part of it. We're talking about us.
Yeah. Andrew sucks on a huge level. We only suck
Yeah.
on this level here. So
Right,
if they
right,
haven't
right.
gotten rid of his security,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
still gonna, that's
Right,
on,
right.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we don't have any like criminal charges. We don't have any like known pedophile things.
Hmm.
So, uh, yeah, so I just feel like I'm like, yeah, there are things where it's like, I think they are very, yeah, self-centered. And they said that apparently the fact that they claim that they were like pushed out of the royal family, it's not
Right.
totally accurate because I guess people were working like night and day trying to figure out how to keep them on in a way that worked for them. So like they talked about they could go live in Canada and like work as part of like whatever, live in the Commonwealth,
Still live
or
in the
even
Commonwealth.
go
Yes.
live in like Africa or whatever. Like they were trying to like give them a place they wanted to have their own thing.
Yeah.
And they're
Yeah.
like,
Because the competition between the two is just too
right,
much.
right. But it's
Yeah.
like, but Harry can't think about the victims of Epstein or his uncle because he's too worried about this victim
Yes. True.
himself.
True. He's the victim.
He's the
They're the
only
victims. Yeah.
victim. Yeah, they're the only victims.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, so sorry. So that's why I had to
No,
like
you're fine.
put a cap
Yeah.
on that where it's like
Uh-huh.
they're self-centered.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm. Yes. So
I
anyway,
would love to be, and who wouldn't?
sure.
But you and I more than the average American Anglophone.
Yeah.
Um, you know, uh, Will and Catherine seem so outgoing, so genuinely not into themselves.
Yes.
I wonder how much acting goes into that.
Right.
Is it genuine when the doors are closed?
Hmm.
That is the impression that we are given now. Some of what we see is the persona. It is the talk about product. We talk that is
Sure, sure.
that is the product
The
that they are marketing through the
right.
press and everything else like that. Um, and then, what are some of the things that, go on behind Harry and Meghan's,
Right, right.
in their private conversations. Um, It'd be interesting. I think it's terrible that they have this awful rivalry, but I think you and I have discussed this before. You couldn't have the two of them there.
Yeah.
Even if, I mean, would Harry be happy continuing to be the spare there? Would he be happy if he had married
Right.
what's her face, Cressida,
Oh,
or
right.
anybody else
Or
who
any of
is
the
a
other
British
ones. Yeah, yeah,
citizen?
yeah.
Yes. Would he have been happy with that? Would he have been content? Would they have been content just to be second fiddle?
Right.
Is and
I
yeah, and
yeah.
but he fell in love with Megan, and that brought a
And
whole different thing.
yeah,
So,
and that like brought out a whole side of him. But
and a whole side of her.
a whole yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah. They brought out the interesting sides of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And it works well as long as it's you guys want to be you against the world forever.
Yeah,
So like
yeah, yeah.
I mean, but yes, but they did talk about like how Harry and William, it's like the rivalry started from like just a young age where they're just like William's whole path is like as far as the heir and the spare, and they talk about how that's a problem in any like
Thank
monarchy
you.
because they
Thank you.
said the fact that the heir, it's like, well, your entire life and destiny is planned out, and then the spare is kind of like, well, go figure out what you're gonna do. It's sort of
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, go do your
Yeah.
whatever.
Yes.
And it didn't help that William was territorial over certain things, like wanted the military to be his, wanted Africa to be his, like, and that's not just Harry saying that. And it's sort of like William, Harry, like just because he was supposed, is going to be like chief whatever of the military, it's like or commander in chief or something of the military. It was sort of like, yeah, but your brother actually fought in war
Yeah.
by this point. It's like you would be a great, commander in chief or whatever by acknowledging that your brother is part of the military
True. True.
instead of being like, no, don't start up Invictus Games. Like that's this is my thing.
Mom,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
William's
yeah.
doing it again. Harry's at it again.
I
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and like, you know, they claim like he tried to make Africa his, and it's like, you can't have all of Africa.
Had Diana still been
Yeah.
alive today, would she have been able to bridge these two? Would she have been the glue that kept them together?
Right.
Um, would she have at this point been so far off on her own and possibly so resentful of the royal family that,
True.
and yet she could never appear so because that would undermine her son's reign.
Sure. Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and
Yeah. I wonder. Yeah. If she, yeah, if she were alive and was able to be with them enough as they were growing up, I feel like then yes, she could have influenced them and maybe kept them
mhm,
closer together, like,
right, right,
or maybe provided Harry with enough guidance that like he didn't feel like he was just, you know, the spare.
yes,
But
yes,
like Trevor pointed out, he's like, yeah, but William also, like, that could be a thing where depending on your outlook and your personality, like having your whole destiny planned, like having everything mapped out for
oh
you,
yeah,
you
oh
could
yeah,
get upset with that too.
yes,
So
absolutely.
like it
And I'm
doesn't work
sure
out well.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure on plenty of levels.
Yeah.
There, that there is that. I mean, look, Queen Elizabeth herself, now she was not born to it.
Right.
She was thrown into it after,
Right.
after the abdication.
Right.
But yeah, she just wanted to be a horsewoman. She just wanted
Right.
to go ahead, but she ended up having to be a queen. Well, I'm sure there are things that William would really love to do, would rather do.
Right.
Don't we all? Yeah,
Right. Right.
I'd like to be, the Princess of Wales. I don't get that choice. I want the wardrobe. I want the,
Right.
I
That's
want the
hilarious.
gems. I want the spotlight. I
Yeah.
want
I love it. Like, and I just wanted to be married to Prince William. So that's why I want to be the
exactly.
Princess of Wales.
How
Like
can we do
the other
that? How
stuff
can
is, yeah, the other stuff is fine, but it was like, William,
Yeah,
come on.
yeah. Oh my goodness.
Okay, so did you have what other royal thing did you have? Because I
Well,
know
I
you're gonna
know.
switch us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just going to say that one of Andrew and Fergie's daughters was resigning from,
Yes.
and they are to take, let's see, princesses. I mean, just look up
Mhm.
Beatrice and
I've
Eugenie.
I've got yeah, I've got it in my notes over
There you go.
here.
Okay, yeah,
Trevor and I
Eugenie to
didn't
take
get
their
to it.
married names for quitting royal titled. Um, Again, I have to question. I don't know how valid any of these sources
Hmm.
are. Um, and But
So
I think Brooksbank is an awesome last name. I just think that's so
okay, so I
human.
guess I don't know that. I don't know about the name stuff. I know how
Mm-hmm.
they're starting to get pulled into some stuff relating to the Epstein files
Mm-hmm.
and their father.
Mm-hmm.
So the Mail on Sunday ran a story about Andrew trying to get a rich man called Jonathan Rowland to pay £50,000 to each of Beatrice and Eugenie as parts of some kind of deal, a bigger deal to pay Andrew £300,000. It's not totally clear what it's for. But he took this guy with them on trips while he was trade envoy. And Princess Eugenie has now okay, so let's see. She has her own anti-slavery charity, the Anti-Slavery Collective, that she set up with a friend.
Right, that's the one I was talking. Yep. Mm-hmm. Keep
Right.
going.
But the other anti-slavery charity that's like similarly named, where she was just like a patron kind of thing of it,
Okay.
they let her go. She had to resign from it because this stuff is
Exactly.
coming out.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah. She
and
stepped down as patron of the charity. Yep. Mm-hmm.
yes, okay, so she still has her own charity that she runs, but that's coming under pressure now too because
Why?
they have like the oh gosh, what do they call it? The charity commission, the people that like oversee all the UK charities, right? Where they like
Okay.
see if they're doing anything wrong because they did it with like Harry's.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. 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 Uh-huh.
so I guess they're undergoing a lot of pressure because the money that is paying out to staff compared to the amount of money that is actually paying towards charity projects is not looking good. So they may be looking into that further. So that's her own charity.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so and it's also a sort of side note. In the Epstein files, we talked about Fergie, Sarah Ferguson, and everything. She brought Eugenie and Beatrice to Epstein stuff with her. They've been, yeah. So
Yeah.
not that they were guilty of anything, but it's like, mom, like, what are you doing? Like, why are you bringing them around here? Like, he's
Mm-hmm.
already been a convicted pedophile by this point.
Right, right,
Like, what are we doing?
right.
It's just,
Well, and were they
yeah.
aware? But you're saying that they were.
Well,
The reports say that they were.
I think at this point, I think he had at least been whatever the early charge, right? Like,
Okay.
yeah. So I think it was before after that part. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was like right before he got caught the first time and like was convicted. But they still, Andrew and Fergie still hung out with him plenty after he was
Hmm.
convicted. I don't know about Eugenie and Beatrice, but it's just kind of like,
Yeah. It's
yeah.
the far reaches of sin.
Yes,
Um,
yes, yes. And they and
mhm.
they like talked about how comparing it to comparing Epstein to almost like a computer hacker. And they're like, except for people, and they're like, you exploit the weakness to gain access. They're like, Andrew was weak because he wanted to feel special and know important people. He wanted to
Right,
feel important. Fergie was a weakness because she needed money, like she was always in debt or whatever.
right.
And so it was like, yeah, and then you gain access to all this stuff that you're not supposed to.
That you're
So
not
yeah, it's
supposed to.
like, and
Yep.
I was like,
Hmm.
that's really good. I don't know,
Analogy there. Yeah.
analogy of
Yeah.
like, yeah, he's a computer hacker, but for people, not computers.
Just ugly
Mhm.
stuff. And I feel bad for them because I know that I think they're fairly close with their cousins, Harry and
Yeah,
William.
at least
Um,
one. Yeah, I know at least one of them is like really close. What one of them? I forget which one. One of them is like sort of closer to besties with Harry, right? Like as close as I
yeah,
thought with Harry and
yeah. I don't
Meghan.
remember which one,
I
but
forget
would
which
fly
one.
out and go see them and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. But so, and if anything, I feel like Harry might as well say something like to, say something bad about his uncle or whatever, like, agree that what's happening to him is proper because like Harry, this is like your only good thing is that you guys are so far from the royal family now. Like you're not like you can kind of say whatever and be like, hey, he's barely even my uncle anymore.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm not protecting him. I'm not protecting any of them, kind of thing, right? And
And
he's still not going to say anything about him. And
no.
it just seems ridiculous. Like,
I wonder if like when they all gather at Sandringham for Christmas and stuff like that, will they sneak Andrew in the back way just so he's still, but I don't see
I
it.
don't think
I
so.
think they're angry with them. I think
Yeah.
they cannot possibly be tainted because if he's there, then you have the possibility of staff leaking,
Hmm.
and squealing on him and stuff.
Yeah. And I think
Yeah.
William, I mean, it's like he's again, he sucks. So it's like no one wants to be around him anyway.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like this is the perfect excuse to be like, you can't come to Christmas now. Like we don't
There,
have to be around you.
there was this, it was like a documentary on him, and I know I brought this up months ago, and I wish I could remember the name of it, but it was about Andrew and about how he has, I'm not going to say that trouble has followed him. I think
Sure.
he has pulled the trouble in behind him everywhere he
Hmm.
goes.
Right.
But even when he was sent out as a quote unquote business person,
Sure.
and he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't actually do the
Yeah.
business, and he
Right.
was supposed to get up and stand in front of people. He's like, yeah, you go ahead and do that, and
Right.
just constantly passing off and never actually doing what he was supposed to do.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And
So
I
what
don't,
else? I'm sorry, go ahead.
oh, go ahead. I would say I don't know if we talked about this before, but it was like that they found like part of the reason why he's so in trouble or being investigated with the trade envoy stuff, is because it's like they're finding emails where he's like sending confidential files like to Epstein and being like, hey, is there anyone in like Saudi Arabia that you think might be interested in this?
Oh,
So it's just like,
well, here was your spare.
yeah,
No guidance. Go out there and find
I
something to
know.
do. And
Right.
your
But
name.
he wasn't the only spare. At least with them, there were four
Yeah,
kids,
I
right? And he
know.
was the baby, right? So it's like,
Well, was he the baby? I thought Edward
right?
was
Because
the
it's
baby.
Edward. Why did I think
No,
Edward?
it's
Oh,
Charles.
Edward's the baby.
I thought Edward was the baby. Isn't it Charles
And
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 Andrew and
oh,
Edward?
maybe. Okay. I
I
guess
could
maybe
be
I just think
wrong.
of him as being a spoiled baby. So maybe that's, I mean, I guess if you look at them,
Yes.
Edward looks younger than
Let me see.
Andrew.
Order of Queen Elizabeth's children. If I can type
Right.
correctly. Um, Charles, Anne, Andrew, Edward. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
Okay. All right. Thank you
yeah.
for correcting me.
No, not at all. Not at all.
But
Um,
it's still, he had, I mean, again, whatever, at the time maybe it didn't matter, but like he had an older sister, like he wasn't the very next whatever, like kid. But
he wasn't,
yeah.
but would Anne have taken? I'm always so. This is. I need Trevor. Trevor, where are you? I need you here. Um, the whole. Do you remember Queen Elizabeth actually signed that decree about
Yes.
something about how the woman could take it? And it's like
And I think she
I
didn't
don't
do it
understand.
until Charlotte was born.
Yeah, and I
So I
didn't
think it,
understand that because I'm like, you are the woman, you are in charge. So I've
right.
never fully understood that.
She just meant that it won't skip over a girl to go to the next boy. So like if it's
Okay,
George and then for whatever reason George can't be it and it goes to Charlotte
it should be Charlotte instead
instead
of going
of
to Louis.
skipping her and going to Louis.
And that might be good because Louis's got he's got that personality out there that we got to keep an eye on and keep in check. We don't want to be talking, 30 years, 40 years from now
Right.
about
Oh my gosh. You're
Prince
right.
Louis
Oh my goodness.
and how he followed his uncle. Precocious
You're right.
child that he is.
Right, right. Yes.
There was a funny moment, switching gears to
Mhm.
Princess Anne,
Yes.
the unsung absolute hero. I mean,
Hmm.
she's just so stalwart and worthy of more than she takes on, which is one of the reasons that we love her because she
Right.
doesn't. But so Scotland played France in soccer. Scotland wins, and she presents the cup. And there's a video out there. So the athlete that comes forward to get the goes like this, like like
Oh,
you gonna give me a
yeah,
hug, and she
yeah.
just goes back. She goes and reaches for the cup and hands it to him. And I thought it was
Oh
priceless because it was almost like he knew that wasn't going to happen. He was going to
yeah,
ask
yeah. He's
me
like,
anyway, but I
it's
know
like
it's
this,
never going to happen. But I'm
right?
dead
It's like this
because
isn't William and Kate. It's not even Charles. Like I've seen Charles give people hugs when
yes,
they want
yes.
to.
But
But
Anne is never going to happen. Not going to happen.
that's really
So,
funny.
but I thought that was a really cute moment, and I think
That is
she's
cute.
full of personality, and but she's just that quiet. What do they say? She's the hardest working royal, right?
Yeah,
She
yeah, yeah.
knows she's
Right. She just
constantly going
constantly
here and there. Yeah,
moving.
yeah, yeah.
So, okay, so you remember the story about her almost being kidnapped, right?
Yes,
And like
yes,
you're saying,
yes,
not
yes.
bloody likely. Okay,
Right.
so Trevor didn't know this story, and I looked it up because I did not know how serious it was before she said that. You know, three people got shot.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't realize that people were getting shot, and she still was like,
Not bloody lightly. I'm not going to. Yeah.
yeah. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I just thought it was more of a thing of like someone trying to tell you to get out of the car, and you're like, no, I'm not going to get out of the car. But it was like,
Yeah, yeah.
he already shot like your driver or whatever. He shot a
Mhm.
nearby journalist that was
Mhm.
trying to step in to help. He shot
Right.
somebody else. Like,
Yeah.
what? And you
Yeah.
still are like, no, I'm not like, what? You can
I
shoot
think
me.
that was all her dad. I can't help but to think that that was
Yeah.
all Philip.
Yeah. But so that
Um,
made it even more impressive to me. I was like, oh my God.
yeah.
Like, what the world?
Yes, yes. I think she's remarkable. I
Yeah.
do. I think she's
Yeah.
remarkable.
And
Um,
And the guy who went to prison and everything for it when he came out, I guess tries to claim like it was, I didn't say prank. It was like supposed to be some kind of demonstrate something that like went awry. Like it wasn't supposed to get to that point. He was just trying to make some statements like you shot three people.
It doesn't matter, what you went into. You had guns. When you go into situations like that and things get tense, something's gonna go wrong.
Right.
Hello?
Right.
Your mama probably told you that. You should have listened.
Right, right. It's so crazy. Oh my
Who
goodness.
else? Who else? Anyone else?
Let's see. Anyone else? I
Well,
think
I'm going to look too,
that's
because
everybody.
usually the Waleses go to Ireland and drink
Let's
Guinness on a
see.
day like today.
Oh,
Um,
Trevor was saying
yep.
how oh yeah, I didn't get that. Trevor was saying how William, oh perfect. William was in Cornwall for something and was making Cornish pasties at like a local bakery and like took an order for someone, like someone called in and like he's on the phone taking their order or whatever. And like served up some and then I guess he took some home with him and he said they didn't make it all the way home. Like he ate them before they could get home. So that was just cute.
We had
Yeah,
that discussion about, and please, people, know that it is a pasty. It is not a
pasty. I
pasty.
know.
They may be spelled the same, I don't know, but two
Yeah,
totally
it's
different
totally
things.
different things. Yes.
Completely different things. And a pasty was an embreaded, like it's
Hmm.
take a mini pie shell.
Hmm.
It's an empanada. If you've ever
Oh,
had a
that's
Spanish
funny. Yeah,
empanada,
yeah,
the
yeah.
word pan, means it'd be like breaded is what you're
Right,
saying.
right.
Empanada. So we, the Spanish have their empanadas, the Anglos have their pasties, and they
Hmm.
were you typically meat and potato on one side, and often like a stewed fruit, raisin, apple on the
Oh,
other. So
okay.
they would get the whole thing, but these people didn't, they were not wealthy, they didn't have utensils
Oh, right.
and they would eat with their hands. So this was something that they could eat with their hand all in one fell swoop. They could get their
Right,
meat, potatoes, bread, and fruit and
right.
whatever all in one thing. A pierogi
Oh, right.
is
Yeah.
very
Hmm.
similar. What is the down in South America, a pupusa?
Oh,
Made
yeah.
slightly different. Like so, it's like every culture
That's
has
funny.
something
Has their
very,
version.
very similar. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
That's
anyway,
funny.
I just had to throw that
No,
in.
that's good because I didn't ever make that connection. It's like, oh yeah, I bet
Yeah, yeah.
other cultures
So
have that.
Catherine, it doesn't look like Will is with her, but Catherine is in,
She's in Ireland today.
let me see, leads the St. Patrick's Day parade.
Oh.
Where? Not necessarily in Dublin, which is, they've done that before. It is just her looking beautiful in her long green frock coat, which she's worn before.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, she's stunning.
Oh
She's got her
yes,
hair
I
pulled
see.
up and her cap hat on.
Yes.
But it
I,
does not, it just says, so I don't, in Aldershot.
here we go. I'll share.
Thank you.
Okay, so I see her with her. Oh yeah, and then she has. So are those shamrocks? Is that what?
They are shamrocks, yes.
Okay,
And
a whole bunch of them.
oh well, yes.
Let's see.
Jewel tones are her colors. They're mine too. That's why I'm one of the reasons I absolutely love her wardrobe because I love looking at what she wears. I'm like, I'd wear that. I'd wear that.
Okay, sorry. I'm like
You're
can't see
good.
my
You're
thing.
fine.
Okay,
But I'm
St.
looking where
Patrick's.
it's Aldershot. Um,
What? Oh, where she's drinking the Guinness. I see a picture. Here's a picture of her with the tiny Guinness cup. That's
So
cute.
is that today? It does look like
Yeah,
today,
that's
doesn't
today's
it? Yeah,
outfit.
because
Yeah.
you've seen that she's worn similar. I think I've seen this coat before.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
Like it might be her St.
oh
Patrick's
my
Day coat.
gosh, she's so cute in that picture where her
I
hair is done
know.
with the, she's just adorable.
She is really cute.
Yes, but where is
Very cute.
Aldershot? Let's see.
Oh
Irish
wait,
Birthday
that one
Patrick's
says
Day.
2025. You're right.
Oh, shoot.
So
Well,
where's
then what is this?
yeah, I put in 2026 on my thing. Let's
It's a
see. I'm
different
gonna
hat.
search.
It's a different
Is
hat.
it?
I do believe it's the same coat, but a
Let's
different hat.
see.
Yes. So instead of it having the
Oh,
bow up
yep.
on the side,
Uh-huh.
it's more in the center
And it's the
off to the other
opposite.
side.
It's the
Yes.
opposite side. Yeah. And it's
Yes,
like,
yes, yes.
looks like little leaves. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So now I'm going to ask, where is Aldershot?
Tricky, tricky.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It's in England, in the Rushmore Borough of Hampshire, England. So they did not go to home of the British Army.
So what's it called?
Aldershot, Aldershot, Aldershot.
Okay. And what is that?
It is the home of the British Army.
Oh, okay.
And since she's in charge, isn't she like
Oh,
the
wait.
something?
I just got a bunch of
I'll take
shots.
one of those and one of those.
Oh, here it goes. Did you mean this? Yeah, I guess I did.
There we
There
go.
it is.
Yes. So there's another day. There's another St. Patty's where she's wearing the shorter dress. Must be cold there.
Gotcha.
It's cold here. And the
Hmm.
teal, which was a year or two ago,
Yeah.
um,
Okay.
which I thought was an interesting choice. I love that it was kind of a different green, but it's still
Yeah, yeah, it's still
a green.
technically in the family. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's also just very funny that like it makes a difference if you put Aldershot as one word or two words. Because when there's a space in it, that's when all the drinks came up.
Right? Uh,
Very funny.
But she belted this outfit this time. She wore the black scarf underneath and belted it with a black belt. So,
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Let's see. Where was that? Sorry, my mouse keeps not working. No, no, people.
Valerie Bertinelli.
Okay, so that was 2025.
Yes.
This is what?
That one's
2022?
2022.
What?
Oh,
Okay.
no, 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 no. The Princess of
No.
Wales was named Colonel of the Irish Guards
Oh,
in
okay, 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 okay.
2022. But she was a
Gotcha.
fixture of the holiday parade long before, and then this is this year. So
Okay,
that's
okay,
why she's
gotcha.
visiting Aldershot this year. Yes.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, very cool. Well, I do unfortunately have to go. I have
Yes, you
to
do.
run off to the office.
Yep, 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 yep.
But this was lovely.
It was. It's a great way to start St. Patty's Day.
It was, yes.
Yeah.
And I'm wearing enough green that no one can mess with me in the office.
And again, when is your T for 100? When are you looking to do that?
April 24th.
April
Yeah.
24th. Okay.
Yeah, so
That's right.
over
We
a
said
month.
that. That's a Friday because it's 2 days before
Yes.
Jackie's birthday. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
right. How old are we going to be?
15.
Oh my God.
Can't believe it. She's going to
How
be
is that?
15.
I know. I'm like in my mind, she's still like 9 or something. It's like, well, she can't be because Piper's now 8.
I know, right? Well, she's not growing anymore, so she will stay the size of a 10-year-old.
Right, right. But oh my gosh.
But has all the teenage stuff going on. She's got the crush on the boy and boys, all
Boys. Yep.
that stuff.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah. Anyway,
That's
well,
fun.
listen, have a wonderful, happy St. Patty's
Thank
Day
you.
to you.
You too.
Thank you, and let's talk
Yes,
again soon.
absolutely.
All
So
right.
until next time,
Absolutely.
cheery bye.
Cheers.